is brought to you by Dogra A1 Digital Hearing Aid Center Jammu, offering special discounts for senior citizens and reimbursement scheme for government employees. Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I am Mannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. Two Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists were killed in an overnight encounter with security forces in Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir. Based on specific information about the presence of terrorists in Sirhama area in Anantnag district of South Kashmir, security forces launched a cordon and search operation there on Thursday evening. In the exchange of fire this morning, two terrorists belonging to LET outfit were killed. Incriminating material including arms and ammunition were recovered from the site of the encounter. Jammu and Kashmir recorded 1,104 fresh coronavirus cases and 22 deaths in the past 24 hours, taking the total infection tally to 68,614 and death toll to 1,084. It was for the 22nd consecutive day that the number of fresh cases have crossed 1,000 in a 24-hour period. Jammu district reported the highest number of 242 new cases, followed by 194 in Srinagar district. There are 19,451 active cases of coronavirus disease, while 48,079 patients have recovered so far. Unidentified terrorist shot dead an advocate in Hawal area of the Srinagar on Thursday, police said. The ultras fired upon advocate Babar Qadri at his Hawal residence around 6:25 p.m. from close range before fleeing the spot. Qadri, in his early 40s, was rushed to the SKIMS hospital where doctors declared him dead on arrival. The advocate, who used to appear on TV debates and write opinion pages for local newspapers, was not liked by separatist circles. Terrorists opened fire at a CRPF Jawan in Jammu and Kashmir's Shopian early Friday morning. The Jammu and Kashmir police said unidentified terrorists fired at a CRPF guarded posted at Mini Secretariat in Shopian. The CRPF Jawan, however, escaped unhurt. Following this, terrorists fled from the spot. No loss of life or injury has been reported so far. India's COVID-19 case tally crossed the 58 lakh mark with a spike of 86,052 new cases and 1,141 deaths in the last 24 hours, according to the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. As per the ministry, the total case tally in the country stands at 58 lakh 18,571, including 9 lakh 70,116 active cases, 47 lakh 56,165 cured or discharged or migrated, and 92,290 deaths. Amid a pall of gloom, the mortal remains of Block Development Council Chairman Bhupinder Singh, who was killed by terrorists in Kashmir's Budgam district, were cremated in Jammu on Thursday. When his body reached his home in Sainik Colony from Budgam, Singh's family members were inconsolable. Despite the threat of coronavirus, a large number of people, including top leaders, reached his home to pay their respects. The family demanded a probe into his killing, claiming that there was a security lapse. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said that misleading myths are being spread about the farm bills by certain vested interests who are trying to provoke the farmers for petty political gains. In a detailed interview to Doordarshan, Dr. Jitendra Singh said the ridiculous irony is that baseless rumors are being spread in the name of certain provisions that do not at all exist in the bills brought in the parliament by the Modi government.
तो कोई इस नाल की होएगा, उन्हों पाबंदी नहीं रहेगी कि भाई उन्हें ऐसे राय अपना माल बेचना है, अपना सामान बेचना है, अपनी उपज बेचनी है, खेती बेचनी है, वो ऑनलाइन भी कर सकता है, वो पूरे हिंदुस्तान में किते भी जिथे उन्होंने अच्छा मुनाफा मिलता है, अच्छी कीमत मिलती है, उत्थे बेच सकता है, वो दुनिया में बेच सकता है, तो जे वो चाहे कि जिहड़ी पिछली व्यवस्था सी उससे भी जो सुविधा है तो उन्होंने किसी ने रोकिया नहीं होया।
Pakistan violated ceasefire by firing with small arms and shelling with mortars along the line of control in Digwar and Malti sectors in Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir on Thursday night. Indian Army retaliated befittingly. On Thursday, Pakistan also violated the ceasefire in Jammu and Kashmir's Nowshera sector. Captain of J&K women's football team Afsha Ashiq called on advisor to Lieutenant Governor Farooq Khan and discussed various issues related to the sports developmental programs and other related activities in Jammu and Kashmir. Advisor Khan also felicitated Kuldeep Handu for Dronacharya Award which he received from President of India Ramnath Kovind on August 29, 2020 in the field of Wushu. Advisor Khan congratulated Handu for being the first Dronacharya awardee from J&K. Principal Secretary Agriculture Production Department Naveen Kumar Chaudhary on Thursday visited SCOST Jammu and reviewed various activities being carried out in the university. He urged the scientists to evolve innovations in the farming sector to help the farmers in increasing their income and to meet the goals of Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Principal Secretary advised authorities of the university to adopt villages for dissemination of latest technologies and hand-holding of farmers in horizontal expansion of emerging technologies along with Department for Early Result. Principal Secretary School Education and Skill Development Dr. Asghar Hassan Samoon has said that skill development institutions need recalibration with the industrial requirements. The Principal Secretary made these remarks while chairing the meeting of UT Screening Committee for Skill Strengthening for Industrial Value Enhancement Project. The project is a World Bank-assisted goal project with the objective of improving the relevance and efficiency of skill training provided through ITIs and apprenticeships. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Farooq Khan on Thursday visited the shrines of Sufi saints in Srinagar. Advisor Khan was accompanied by other officials of the Waqf Board. During his visit, Advisor Khan took stock of the facilities available at the shrines while taking a round of the premises of the shrines and reviewed the facilities being provided to the devotees. On the occasion, Advisor Khan stressed on the officers to ensure the best possible facilities for the visiting devotees. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Basir Ahmed Khan on Thursday chaired a meeting to review the preparedness of Power Development Department with regard to power supply for the upcoming winter season in Kashmir Division. During the meeting, the advisor directed the officers to prepare a comprehensive contingency plan in order to meet the winter requirements which witnessed a heavy load. He asked them to focus on areas of concern and keep rapid action teams ready and well prepared so as to respond to the damages in emergency situations. The Jammu and Kashmir government has evacuated about 4,94,566 JK residents stranded in other parts of the country due to COVID lockdown via Lakhanpur and through special trains and buses till date amid strict observance of all necessary guidelines and standard operating procedures. As per the official data received in this regard, the Jammu and Kashmir administration has received 155 special trains at Jammu and Udhampur railway stations from different states and UT so far, with about 1,40,292 passengers, while about 3,54,274 persons from other states and UTs, including 934 from abroad, have been evacuated by the government through Lakhanpur till date.